Hey, there's TrainFanatic here. I just got back from vacation, and I thought, you know what, I just got some new pieces of Lionel equipment. So let's make an update and see what's new. So first to start off, this is where the Lionel is being set up now. This is just a little test track I have. It does a little S-curve here, and then the boxes run all the way down there and the track stops. But this is where all the Athearn blue boxes were, and now I have 3 lines of track to display any trains I want to. So now we have the 2349, and this is a new piece, so we'll just get to that a little later. But yeah, I can 3 tracks here. I can put freight cars, locomotives, whatever. Not much room for accessories, like we have the 252 here, and the 38 water tower, I believe it is. So, yeah, let's get to the news. So I got an update on the turbine. I picked up this 2046-50 Pennsylvania tender. Now, you may know about the 2671 Pennsylvania tender. That's a 6-wheel truck version, but this is a 4-wheel truck version. This was made between 1950 and 1955, and this was used with the 681 turbine, but even though mine's a 671, I don't mind that. It's a real nice tender. Picked it up on eBay for about $100. I really like it says Pennsylvania on it, but it's in really nice shape. There's a couple, little paint chips here and there. There's a whistle inside of it now. Well, it came with the whistle inside of it. And this is the earlier version. As you can see, the 3 holes in the back where there'd be marker lamps and stuff like that are all drilled out. But this is an earlier type tender. And if you look at the type of trucks, there's a staple end on this end, and this is a bar end truck. Now this tender, I believe, would have originally a staple end since it was from 1951 to 55. But it's a real nice tender. I'm super happy I picked up this tender for my turbine. I really like it says Pennsylvania on it, and it whistles really nicely. And here is the original 2046 that came with it. As you can see, it just says Lionel lines on it. But this one doesn't have any whistle, like I said last time. Let's put this back over here. But yeah, this tender, this is just a fantastic tender. I'm super happy to have it. And I forgot to show you guys the bottom of it, but here's the bottom. Sorry for the bad lighting, we only got bad lighting. See there, it says 2046-50. But it's a really nice tender. I'm super happy to have it. It looks amazing behind the turbine. Not being not too big, but it's a streamline tender, full-size streamline. And I think it looks really good behind the 671. So that's new for the 671. Let's check out some other stuff. So like I said, we're going to get to this thing. Well, you're wondering, well, who owns this? Well, this is not mine. This is actually my dad's very first Lionel low-gauge locomotive. Now, this is the MKT 600 NW2 made in 1955 only. He picked it up for, I think, 37 or 40 bucks. I forget what it was. But this is a real nice locomotive. This is more of one of the cheaper NW2s. You can see the hand roller molded in. But that's not too bad. It's a real nice runner. It's very smooth. Has a nice headlight in it. The unit is really loud. But yeah, it's a really nice runner. It's a good locomotive, and I say it's a winner for a starter post-war locomotive. But yeah, that's what my dad picked up. It's awesome. I think he's getting into Lionel as well. I forgot to show you guys underneath the locomotive, but there's the pickup rollers, the 3-position unit, and then the later style post-war motor, with the single axle magnet traction, as you can see there. And that's what that looks like. That's a single axle magnet traction, and there's an axle without the magnet traction. But anyways, it's still a good runner. It's in amazing condition, amazing shape. And I'm super happy for my dad to have this. And he says I can run it all he wants, but yeah, it's super nice, and I'm happy my dad's gotten into post-war Lionel. Now we can check out the other stuff. Let's talk tank cars. So here's 2 new tank cars I picked up since the last update. Here is the 64-65 tank car. This is made between 1948 and 1956, and this car is the 1948 to 49 production. The reason this is it's genuine, not genuine, but staple end trucks. And if we flip it over underneath, it has electromagnetic couplers, which is the time period between they were getting over to bar end trucks. But yeah, this is a really nice car. The lettering on here is very pristine. The Sunoco looks good, and this is the interesting variation with the data here, where the word tank is. As you can see right there, tank. I'll zoom into that here soon. But yeah, it's very crisp, and this is the variation that has the word tank written in the car data. Whoop. Pardon me. Tank written in the car data. Yeah, this is a very nice car. I'm very happy to have it. And it's nice to have a tank car in your Lionel collection. if you're trying to, collect a freight train. Yeah, this is super nice. And the second one we have here, as I get that back on the track, this is the 2555 metal single dome Sunoco tank car. Now this car, it's very, very large, as you can see it is. It's almost the size as a locomotive as the turbine. But this car, again, okay, this is going to be fascinating. Flip it over. Flying shoe couplers. That means I have two cars from 1945. Yes, this car is from 1945, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very fantastic car. The decaling is alright. There's a little bit of yellowing going on. Some of the decals have a bit of chips in them, as you can see there. It's a very nice car. It's completely made of tin. As you can hear it there. And the frame's made of tin too. And this is another example of Lionel cars having underside detail. There's a little bit of brake rigging right there, as you can see. I'll zoom into it right there. And let me just roll to the other side too. Now there was a brake wheel on this end if I turn the car around. There was some brake rigging on this end, but the little brake wheel is gone, but that's okay. And here's the other side with all its details. This one you can kind of read them much more better, but it says gas Sunoco oils, capacity 10,000 gallon tank car. And it says Marcus Hook, PA. It's very interesting. And this car was built 5/29. Check that out. But I like reading the information on the car data. And then here's the other Lionel lines identification. Sunix, which is Sunoco. But this car is really, really nice. I'm very happy to have this. And I picked both of these up at a hobby shop for $30. They were 15 a piece. But I'm super happy to have both of them. Even this one being a 1945 car. It's the second one I have. That's from 1945 only. Because here's the shoe couplers, the flying shoes, where there's the shoe there, and there's no back plate there. And plus these axles are way, way more thicker than any other post-war car I've ever seen. But yeah, it's really neat to run the Sunoco tank car, excuse me, and the Penske boxcar together, since they're both from 1945. And they're just fantastic when they're together on the track together. Yeah, they're just fantastic. And I'm so happy to have some more tank cars and some more cars in my Postwar Lionel collection. There's one more piece to show you guys, and let's check that out. Well, this is the last piece. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the 3474 Western Pacific operating boxcar. Now, here's the interesting thing about this car. This is the most collectible piece of the 9 1/4" series boxcars, and this car was not produced as a non-operating boxcar. I don't know why Lionel did that, but I got this car at an antique place for $20, and I'm super happy to have this. The mechanism works really good. Yeah, there's the little guy. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this Western Pacific boxcar. This car was made in 1952 and 53 only, and it was made during the time when the 64 scale boxcars were out, and these smaller boxcars were sort of being put as 027, although they were included in some O-gauge sets in 1952 and 53. I'm not sure why Lionel decided to make a 9 1/4" boxcar painted in a scheme that was not in a non-operating version, but is in a operating version. But I'm super happy to have this car. The guy is very, very functional. It works really nice on the operating track, and the graphics look very, very good on the car. As you can see, let's look a little closer. There's the Western Pacific, and the Western Pacific feather goes across the door, and then there's Rides Like a Feather, which that's a little yellow, but that's okay. There's the other side. I think this other side is a little bit more better, but it looks very, very good. And yes, there's the brake wheel on the end. Now here's something interesting about this car I'm not sure about. 1952 and 53, the cars had their normal bar end style trucks, but this car, being produced in 1952 and 53 only, the staple end trucks were out and the bar end trucks were in, but this car is equipped with staple end trucks, which is so interesting to me. I've read on some places that the car has only bar end trucks, but my car has staple end, so I'm unsure what Lionel did. I'm sort of thinking that Lionel had a surplus of 9 1/4" boxcars shells, painted them silver, painted it in Western Pacific, and they're only all operating. That's the wrong side. Whoops. Anyways, that's what I think would happen with these Western Pacific boxcars, but this is the most collectible out of the 9 1/4 inch boxcars, and I'm super happy to have it. It's in very good shape. Yeah, I'm super happy to have this boxcar. So that is it for Postwar Lionel stuff. There's one last thing I forgot. My 2035, one night I decided to make the locomotive run as fast as it could, see if the smoke can come out a lot. Well, I went away for a little bit. I got back home, played with the trains. I turned the power on, the 2035 started smoking white. Next thing you know, I look in the stack and I see this glowing ember, I should say. And then I ran out the room, I freaked out, ran out of the room, went upstairs, and went outside, and it was blowing down the stack. That thing doesn't have a smoke heater anymore. Well, we'll have to get a part, and a new wick too. Still, with the turbine, we gotta get a new, thankfully since it has its heater element, we have to get a new heater element and a wick, and that thing will start smoking too. So, I remember, if you guys have recalled, in my 100 subscriber special, I'd wait to 2,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers for another special. I was wrong. Let's do a 150 subscriber special, and I'll do something special for that. I was thinking of doing a live stream on my iPhone or something like that. So, let's see if we can get there to 150 subscribers. Anyways, that's another Lionel update for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, this is TrainFanatic signing off.